It's the St. Joseph Hawks against the UConn Huskies East Region second round game from Buffalo, New York. Here comes UConn. It's Boatwright. Jumper. Beautiful.
He's an ankle breaker.
Amita Brima is on the floor now. Defy. Nope. Putback is good. Here comes the screen set by Brima. Skip pass into the corner. Jumper Boatwright. Got it.
Nice distribution.
Wilson, nice fake. Wow.
Just a shot. A little too much pizzazz.
Yes.
What would our pal Al say? We'll get to in a minute.
And there's a bank shot missed. Defy puts it back.
And there's a problem because French pastry or...
In the first half.
You watch that big guy, you think of Thabit, don't you, with his progress as a center?
Yeah. Here's Defy at the other end. Got it. Lasan Chroma is going to inbound. Quick jumper.
But you know how hard that is to fake and still make that shot from that distance?
This is his first name.
He's got to be careful on that high dribble. Nice hands to be bigger.
Yes, it was.
Go strong.
Defy. Got it. Defy.
He's got to go at him now. This is a guy you want to get in foul trouble. And that's good.
I like our chances.
And they're getting practice time in, which is key to any team.
Napier is one of Phil Martelli's assistants here. So they kind of had a bead on Langston Galloway. What was he? 15 years old when they first saw him. How about that?
Let's see if they set a handle. Everybody stays at home on that ball screen. Once again, lighten it up. He's got some range and ability, DeAndre. He's very quotable.
Back outside, Napier. 2:45 to go first half.
No, they are staying at home on the guns in the backcourt.
Into the corner, jumper.
There you go. That's what they need.
Napier with a rebound. 1:12 to go. Up, under, got it. They're going to try and take the last shot of the half. Napier. Bembry backs off. And now Napier starts to play. Kicks in the corner. Boatwright for three. Oh my goodness, did that work well. At the line, UConn opens with Napier out on top. Here's Defy. Entry pass.
Interesting. A touch right away inside. And Daniels can do some work in there.
Napier. Bembry.
Pretty. That's what you got to do. Be creative. Touch it.
Brimer's calling for it. Take it outside. Spot up three. Defy. Yes.
Nice find.
And then dart to the middle.
That's a tough pass.
Yeah, it really is.
Good gather. And it's great to have guards. And knock down deep.
How about that?
A squisher. Pretty.
The Bluebird. Napier. Napier, right side. Boatwright. Quickly in the lane. Spin move. There's 37. But there also is Amita Brima. UConn getting to send two fresh bodies onto the floor. Reasonably fresh, that is. Here's Boatwright. Got it. From the floor, here's Shabazz Napier. Back to a one-point game. And one.
A double dose.
In the ball game for UConn. Napier can't. This is shaping up to be the same kind of ball game.
Pretty race, huh? Gives new meaning to plain old, I'll tell you.
Well, you could slide a telephone book underneath his feet when he jumps.
No.
Boatwright, Napier, they fight off screens. Back into the corner. Kick out, jumper for three.
Big find.
Yes.
How about that, Chroma? Good challenge, Chroma.
Napier gets by Wilson, puts it up and in. It's a two-point game. St. Joe's 12 turnovers, UConn 7. 2:15 to go in regulation. And a two-point game. Wow, Daniels.
Yes! That's the guy. Ride him. Nice play, Napier.
Strong drive. A miss. Tip. Saved. Oh, gosh! Of all the unexpected offensive threats.
Just to the right spot, though. Those long arms able to capture it. And this is a surprise just to miss. But look at how he sticks to it. And then the little jump hook. He is going to be a factor. And right now, a big-time asset to Kevin Ollie and his guys.
For this season, Brima, 57% for the tie with 39 seconds to go. Why not?
What were you saying now? What a stroke.
UConn, a 65-64 win over this year's top seed in the tournament. Now, what's in store?
Oh, the big thing now is you've got to force the ball to go back towards the end line. And don't, a nice post up here. Turn and look, the old picket fence.
Napier for three. No!
Wow.
Back outside.
Nice, nice, nice.
And one.
How about this guy?
2 for 2.
Don't want to get stuck too late.
Shot clock at 12.
Nice
Screen
cross.
from Brima. Napier. Woo! How do you do?
Well,
At first half. Now he's got 20. Brima have helped lead the.
he's done some timely things.
Make it 11. Why are you including me in that? And St. Joe's canning so many of them. Boatwright, UConn advances. They will take on either Villanova or Milwaukee. And we welcome you to Buffalo in Western New York, the All-American city, and the site of this third-round game between the UConn Huskies out of the American Athletic Conference and the Villanova Wildcats out of the Big East. It has a certain retro feel to it, doesn't it? Big East teams. He was 0 for 8 from three-point range the other night, but that didn't stop them from shooting.
Undeterred. They play with a lot of confidence. There's the blow-by. Wow. Woo-hoo! See the smoke burn. Brima. That's what he can do. Negate at the rim.
If he runs it out. Here's Daniels. Yes. 13-5. Napier. Fade away. Got it.
He is tough.
Ryan Boatwright cleared the rebound. 16-7.
Oh, look at that dance.
Look who's there.
Oh,
and look at the. And
well, I've been off kilter all my life.
Bill.
Automatic switch. Play anybody with confidence.
Spin move. Kick outside. Terrence Samuel.
That's his game. He can get in there and do some damage. Nice delivery.
Jafai. Kingston all over it.
Oh, the gamble. Didn't pay for it.
Back outside, there's his wide open three, and they can it.
Nice looking at
UConn.
Nice back cut. They set that up pretty. Pinch post pass.
Whoa, what a reversal. Outside, quickly.
How about that?
And another chance now for the tie or the lead for the Huskies. 4:25 to go first half.
How about that challenge? Woo! He's got to look for his shot, I think.
10 on the shot clock. Kick in the corner. That's Coma. That's 3, and UConn has the lead. 28 since the Wildcats scored a point. Outside. Nice pass.
How about that?
Coach, Villanova started hot on offense, and then your defense buckled down until that last 3. What happened there?
I just like our resiliency. They hit a 3 at the end of the game, at the end of the half, so be it. We played great defense to get back in the game. We're going to stay positive, and we're going to be productive. And it's a great half when your best player is sitting on the bench with 2 fouls and 11 minutes to go. I love our character. I love our guys, and we're going to win this game.
Good luck in the second half, Coach. Thanks.
Well stated, the confident Kevin Ollie.
Get good shots if you're UConn now.
Napier. Long rebound, saved. How about that?
That kid,
Boatwright.
Speed just to get to the basketball. Keeping that dribble alive.
A little too hungry?
No, you know what? That's the way they play, though.
Defy. That's for 3. And that's good.
Boy, they're starting to play pretty good basketball.
Opening moments, second half. UConn now out of the American Athletic Association, who's commissioner. There's Napier, got it. Here comes UConn with a chance to reclaim the lead. Daniels puts it on the deck. Off the glass and in. Oh, it's a break for UConn. Napier, pull up.
Oh, how about that setup? That pass. Automatic switching. Step
Fade away. Yes.
Oh boy, this kid. There's Kevin Garden over there on the sideline. Reminds me of UConn II in the old days.
Baseline jumper is good.
Difference maker. So imagine his defense that he brings and the fact that he has 11 points tonight and 3 threes. He is the X factor right now.
All right, Allie, thank you. 45-40.
How about that one? How deep was that?
Napier saves it.
Not going to shoot it.
Oh, my goodness.
He's feeling it. Uh-oh. That's what great players can do. He is in that particular zone that is the envy of most players. Might get an offensive rebound there. How about this?
Are you kidding?
It's in his hands. He wants it.
Timeout, Villanova. The best dancer on the team, and Amita, who's better shot. Meet some of these kids.
Bring it out.
2:25 to go. Well, I guess he's back.
Look at nobody back. We got 3-on-1.
3-on-1. Napier, no look pass. Oh my goodness.
He's done it all.
NCAA possibility of alma mater. Eight points.
That rich tradition.
Second half. 25.
But don't let it.
1 second to go. UConn, a 7 seed, knocks out Villanova, a 2nd seed. Madison Square Garden, where the NCAA tournament returns for the first time since 1961. Tonight, the UConn Huskies against the Iowa State Cyclones. They added a special train from Hartford directly to Madison Square Garden to accommodate the crowd. Nolan gets the start. Here's Gaffey in the lane, first basket of the evening.
How's does such a good job penetrating?
Here's Gaffey. Napier again, puts it on the floor, takes the fadeaway. Oh my goodness.
Nice little double screen. Here comes Boatwright with another. He can rock it too.
Oh boy, they forgot about it.
He just explodes to the rim.
Napier probing. Back outside. Oh, Daniels would have had an open 3. But instead,
Nevertheless, the right guy got it. You better get back and pressure. I'm going to get you a little look like that in the back of the head. Nice.
there's Bryma. And here comes Iowa State. Nice. Oh my gosh. They both get up.
How do they?
Oh my goodness. From the corner again.
Boatwright off the pass by Shabazz, doing a great job finding people. The NCAA, they need him to ring the bell a little bit.
Now it's in the hands of Lasan Korma, a 5th-year senior in his first year at UConn. Here's Napier again. Boy.
Can't go under.
Boy, oh boy.
He's playing with such confidence.
Samuels did such a good job last week when he had to come on for Napier. Here's Napier again.
Wow. He's got to be ready quick here, Dan. Just get those puppies organized.
7 on the shot clock. Jumper Boatwright.
Swept the force defensively. Look who he's got to play. The mainstay.
Napier. Daniels, another for 3. Yes.
There's what he can do. Back screen pop. Tough shot, but he knocks it down,
my.
Daniels.
Here's 11 on 11 again. Boatwright. Daniels.
Look at this.
Get it, crossover. How about that?
Showing me something. A little lingerie on the deck.
At least 50% of the offense went through him. And they miss it. Boy, what an elevation. Oh, what yeah.
A little cradle. Feathery release.
Napier. Into the corner.
He just makes you dance. Yeah, he's not bad right there.
Yeah.
The big fella, and he's shouting orders, too.
That allows Napier a chance to penetrate. Nice guard, though. Nice defense.
You know, Marsh is an excellent defender.
Boatwright goes right. Spin move, Daniels. Nice defense. Yeah, but a good shot.
He does a good job turning and fading just a little bit. Individual skill level is incredible by the guards.
Jumper.
Where is this? Daniels been a shooter as well. Good drive.
Oh,
How about that?
my gosh.
What a run.
Oh, then Doc Sadler jumped into the huddle and said,
Individual, I mean, he's reacting well. He was smiling, telling him to relax, Fred Hoiberg. They came out on fire. What you think they can do coming down the stretch?
Daniels has had a big game.
There's a
and it
one.
continues.
Right.
Napier, 10 on the shot clock.
Pick and pop.
Daniels again. Wow.
Wow. And Kane, another timeout. Kane on the baseline. Taught a lesson, and then outside, Vern.
DeAndre Daniels is 8 of 11 from the field.
Pick, pop. Ooh. And they're probably popping some in stores the way he's playing.
Look at him fight for position down low.
Marsh with great defense right here. Look at this
my
kid.
goodness. Ankle breaker.
And who's there? Johnny on the spot.
And it's a 10-point margin. Kane with 9 points.
They're right there, this team.
Terrence Samuel.
Nice counter. Deserving of those accolades. Understanding and doing the right.
He's got 22 points tonight. Nice.
Just can't keep him out of there.
Winner goes into the regional final on Sunday at Madison Square Garden.
Nice
Samuel,
spin.
beautiful.
How about that?
Here's Napier. 7:42 to go. Boy, he is quick.
Quick and what a pass.
Yeah, and there's Daniels again. Masters.com. That is
There's that pressure. He really should have picked it up there.
again. Here comes it. 4-on-2. Underneath, Boatwright with a steal. Samuels.
How about that step across?
Under 2 to go. Napier. Boatwright goes left. Back outside.
Press into the shot clock.
Boatwright, Gaffai from the corner.
Woo! Early. Edges. How about this? It made Jimmy smile. Kid's tough. It's a different unit out there. He was stepped up. Realization of a dream somewhat shattered. A pounding. Lesser.
81-76 the final. The Huskies advance to Sunday, where they'll take on either Virginia or Michigan State.
You're looking at the always spectacular skyline of New York City. And in the midst of Midtown, the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, as it welcomes the NCAA back after a 53-year absence today. The UConn Huskies against the Michigan State Spartans. Boatwright brings it up. Nolan pops out. They've got Shabazz Napier down inside.
Back screen that he pinned down for him.
DeAndre Daniels. There's the help from Valentine.
How about this kid?
But he took it.
Yeah, no, he's not afraid to. He didn't have to look over at Tom as he did the other night.
He passed on an open look the other night. Boatwright with an open look here.
And physicality at the rim.
Nice job of Napier going through the screen. At the other end is Boatwright.
Are they on fire on both ends of the floor?
Gaffai. Open look. Nolan, no. Daniels tipped. Got it.
Wow.
And Adrian Payne. Here's Napier from three. Wow.
Well, they may have Superman, but they got some superheroes on Connecticut.
Kaminsky last night. Wisconsin. Played most of his career at George Washington for UConn. Napier's got it in his hand.
Great transition, D. Giffey loading up. Payne's got to help.
He doesn't. Here's Boatwright.
Well, they love to dance, but not going for it early. Look at the step back this time they do. Look at this kid. Wow, get the lingerie. Get the custodian. Got them playing
Five in the shot clock.
much later in the shot clock. Doesn't matter with this guy.
Michigan State ends the first half with a 9-0 run. They trailed in the early going 12-2.
And I don't agree with the evenly matched teams. I think Michigan State got a much better team, and I think they're going to blow them out in the second half.
In the air as the horn went off. Fade away.
Soft. Cuddly. Coordination on the D.
Finally, Daniels rebound.
Nobody gets
Wide
back.
open. Nobody saw Nolan. Napier 86% from the line.
He's not stepping back either. Else on the board. They're going to be riding Napier. This will be a good shot for dribble drive. Get Coma or get five.
Daniels, how about Appley? How about Daniels?
That's the X factor. That's what they feel.
Did.
The best game of his career.
From the 3 games he's missed, he's only...
Nice shot.
There's a switch. Dawson's got Napier. Jumper. Oh, my.
That's him. Open at the other end.
Napier. Gaffai. Daniels. Reach around Dawson. Nolan. 3 on the shot clock. From the corner.
If one doesn't get you, the other does. Boatwright.
Nolan to the screen. There's Payne again. But there's Napier again.
He wants to get fouled. He doesn't want to give it up. Underneath all
Here's
alone.
Gaffai.
Why wouldn't he pass the ball?
Nolan wants it all.
And UConn may have it.
Niels Gaffai, who elected to stay at UConn. The senior from Berlin, Germany, played with the German national team a year ago. Why not? 3 weeks ago yesterday, we were in Louisville. Louisville defeated UConn 81-48. Only the most loyal would have thought then that the Huskies were going to go to the Final Four.
Now, when you have quality kids and kids who know how to run a team like Boatwright and Napier, collectively lift the spirits of others, the level of play, the trust, the confidence necessary to get to that next level, which is defined. And that kid right there, number 13, just extraordinary.
Let's take you back to December. Florida against UConn. It's December 2nd. Shabazz Napier grabbed the loose ball after DeAndre Daniels tipped it out. He nailed the game-winning shot. UConn wins by 1. The Gators have not lost since. They're going to get a chance to avenge that defeat.
And you made the point about his rebounding. He ran that shot down. The loose balls this afternoon, the same thing. Any opportunity they seized and took advantage of. Stores South.
Saw the moms of the 2 guards there. Carmen Velasquez. There's Stephanie Ollie. What a journey this has been in the last 3 weeks. And what heartbreak for the Spartans of Michigan State. And so, Florida UConn will meet next Saturday in Arlington. It's in North Texas.
Two teams met 124 days ago, back on December 2nd. UConn beat them at the buzzer, and Florida hasn't lost since. But now they'll meet for the right to play Monday night for the national championship. It's Florida, and it's UConn, and it's coming up next.
You use it to slow teams down, and it worked effectively on that possession for Florida, although the officials missed the call.
And Greg, I think what we're seeing is Billy Donovan taking a page out of Rick Pitino's book. Remember, Louisville went 3-0 against UConn. They really took the guards out of play as Daniels gets to the rim to score UConn's first bucket.
We're off to the good start here at 9-2. Now doubled up on Boatwright. Defy snaps to the head. Napier wanting to get into it on this end, and he gets the assist inside of 9 minutes to go.
It's been a clinic by Florida. They have NBA athletes, but maybe not first-round picks, and as a result, Jim, these guys have all stuck around for 3 or 4 years, so it's a veteran team that's unbelievably athletic. Great combination.
Well, there's Daniels. Kid out of Los Angeles, just like his coach, Kevin Ollie, who came to UConn all those years ago. And he's just done that with one outside shot. Here is Boatwright with another.
That will run away from you offensively. So if you're UConn, you stay patient and you stay aggressive and you get back in the game.
That is Samuel. Wilbekin, this time, never saw the rim. And the run continue. Here's Daniels. And he's done it again.
More comfortable for him. And actually, look at this lineup on the floor now. This is like a 5-guard lineup with DeAndre Daniels kind of playing center.
Here's Napier, and Napier's on the board.
If UConn wants to go small with all these guards, bring Young in, throw the ball into him in the paint, and make the Huskies pay.
Gaffai and one.
What I saw was prior to Billy Donovan, and now a switch. So Florida is going to have to manufacture some rotations here.
What a move. Napier.
Shift this Connecticut defense around, but they may just switch everything and kind of stay in a pseudo zone and try to confuse the Gators.
Turn around, Daniels!
So it's going to be vital for Florida, Steve, that they continue to try to attack the rim and not settle.
Daniels. Gaffai with the follow-up.
Has to come via moving the ball.
It's UConn underneath with Daniels. Getting it over to Napier. Pull-up shot, yes! And it's a 3. And it's Breather again clearing.
dodged a bullet there. Turnovers often lead to wide open threes. Gaffai just couldn't let it get it to go.
Well, here they go. Boat right up ahead.
And it's been about
The ball movement is going to be the key to the game. It's been basically non-existent here tonight.
Oh, Daniels!
tag offensively.
Boat right, takes it to the other side. Now Boat right. Sticks the jumper.
The perimeter.
But the difference is they can't throw scoring passes. You see how all these passes are being thrown where they're not allowing you to attack? And other than that play there, what a pass.
Coats a lot of his progress at Connecticut.
6 points in the paint the entire game because of the disruption of the offense from the UConn defenders.
Hill still in there with 4 fouls. Well, they've taken Frazier out of the game too, haven't they?
They sure have. He needs to play off of others.
It is Napier with the steal and Boat right ahead. And the Huskies increase the lead to 7. And Florida calls the timeout. There's Boat right's mother.
No, it's not a turnover on the stat sheet. A bad decision is a turnover for your basketball team.
No look pass. Right on the money to Daniels. That was Boat right feeding it.
But a bad decision by Wilbekin there.
Underneath, Daniels waits and is rewarded.
To dominate Daniels down on the block. I think it'll depend on the score here. If it gets a little closer, I see him making a change.
Got 5 this time. They've now hit their last 9 shots.
Prepare yourself for a long NBA career.
Seen either Napier or Boatwright time the dribble of Hill or Wilbekin and come up with that deflection that leads to a turnover.
Daniels now with 20.
Under pressure, they've been unflappable, and Napier gets that one.
That's not the kind of team that has a guy that can kip.
Up ahead, Gaffai dunks it down. Wow, UConn.
Grima comes up with an unbelievable
Here, we hadn't had a 7 seed at the Final Four since. Spectacular performance by the Huskies. On to the championship game. As we bring you inside, somewhere in the neighborhood of 80,000 will be on hand. 66 games played to get to this point, and 2 heavyweight programs left standing for the biggest title of all. National champion will be Kentucky, or will it be Connecticut?
Kentucky doesn't run a lot of sets. They basically are looking to play a lot of one-on-one basketball, so those 2 strengths will be going at each other.
Driving it inside right away for Boat right.
Of the UConn defenders and have success.
But that's where the ability to pressure the basketball and not allow for those post-feed angles to be created.
There goes Daniels. That was blocked. That was blocked by Nolan. Up ahead, Gaffai takes it to the hole, and he scores.
And this is the one concern.
Knocked down. Kentucky's going to have to
come/shot. And in a reserve role, 11 minutes overall of action against Wisconsin. Another freshman, and here's Poitras spinning and getting rejected by Grima, who just come in. Bounce pass, and the shot rattles home. That was Chroma, who also had just entered the game.
And the other thing we've seen, guys, is that off of that block shot, another transition opportunity. Again, that's a concern for Kentucky.
Here comes Napier. There, Boat right. And the Huskies want to run with it. They got the numbers. And they go to the trailer, who says, you know what, Marcus Lee's going to block it if I take it. And then they go reverse. Instead, he spun him around and took him to the other side. What a beautiful move by Ryan Boatwright.
This is their best offense. We've seen it all tournament. Just get into the paint. Any kind of penetration. Get to the rim and put the ball up there. And let your bigs go get it.
Boatwright, though. Only 4 turnovers for the whole game. And inside, out with it. Samuel makes it in.
These field goal attempts just by getting hands up.
And a 3-point shot, swish.
That's
can have it his way.
He feels like every time he takes the floor, he's the best player on the floor. But having said that, you saw a little adjustment from Kentucky offensively, where Andrew's been able to get to the mid-range, and then there with the three as Daniel.
Rather stay man-to-man.
At 3:45 in the morning in the speaking events together. We're heading up to Canada in a few weeks to do another one. And President Bush came to the opening ceremony to welcome the teams to his hometown as Napier says hello to three-point land once again. Down with 2 fouls. Things have changed. Napier, big step to the hole. Twists the shot and somehow able to contort. 3 fouls called on Kentucky in that half. None of them by a starter. Here's Boatwright, and able to free himself. That separation leads to the basket.
Yeah.
Looking for a 17th point, missing their last 7 shots. Napier lobs it, down low Daniels, he'll finish. No, taps it once, and gets it to go. Under 12, timeout. Boatwright to Defy, and there's a 3-point shot.
When Napier wasn't even on the floor.
No sense waiting around and messing around.
That's all he wanted to get across, guys.
Well, they had valuable possessions when they had him on the bench. And here he takes the shot, coming back in.
Been dramatically better since that opening barrage.
Napier, wow, right over Aaron Harrison.
Play during shoot-around in practice yesterday, but UConn did not recognize the action.
Here's Defy, top of the key, and they hit back-to-back threes. Was in the jam, was able to get it out to Defy, and now Boatwright looks up and realizes 5 to shoot. Over Randall. Oh, wow. Goodness. Forget about that ankle.
See if Kentucky's able to get back.
Yeah, put some pressure on the defense, and how about that play from Defy? Yeah. Staying in front without fouling, and then getting the rebound.
Lob it underneath to Daniels. 2 Wildcats commit. Daniels waited and was rewarded.
But this is also a great free throw shooting team.
He's now 7 of 7 in the tournament.
I mean, again, it's a young team. That's one of the disadvantages to the inexperience, because you got to make sure they know what you want to do. But boy, that's a critical decision by Calipari that may backfire.
And Poitras with his 4th foul. UConn 10 for 10 at the line.
No threes. If you're UConn, play the three-point line. Make this into a 3-possession game, not a 2-possession.
Saved by Harrison. Takes the shot. Ball back out to Andrew for the 3, and that one's off. Tapped into the hands of Boatwright with 5 seconds, and this most improbable tournament run comes to an end with a UConn championship. The Huskies once again are in basketball heaven. Bookend national championships for that remarkable young man right there, Shabazz Napier. And Kentucky denied the chance to set the mark as the youngest national championship team of all time. I was talking to Kevin Ollie yesterday. He knew that most people thought it was feeling like Kentucky's year, the outsiders. He said, my kids don't blink. You don't understand. We're tenacious. We're resilient. We're tough. That's the UConn way. The way I learned from my Hall of Fame mentor, Jim Calhoun. We're fighters. And that comes from the coach, Kevin Ollie, who carries the initials KO.
It's a great call. And also, a team will always take confidence when you feel like you have the best player on the floor. And Shabazz Napier was that tonight.
First number 7 seed to ever win the national championship. Then almost lost in the very first game. Had to go to overtime to beat St. Joe's. What an unbelievable tournament it's been from the very start. A second ring for Napier, as well as Gaffey and Olander, who are on that 11 team. Kevin Ollie, you were 6-0 as a head coach in NCAA tournament play. You brought your alma mater to the promised land. The UConn Huskies are the 2014 national champions.
There you are, you're running for your life, you're a shooting star in all the years, no one knows just how hard you worked, but now it's shown, at the horn it goes, shining moment, it's all on the line, in one shining Mercer has pulled the upset, and Duke is gone. Time is short and the road is long. In the blinking of an eye, that moment's gone. And when it's done, win or lose, you always did your best. 'Cause inside you knew that one shining,
the perfect season has come to an end. Stephen F. Austin, first ever tournament win.
Feel the beat of your heart, feel the wind in your face. It's more than a contest, it's more than a
Goodness! Stauskas. Jumps out of the building. Oh, what a spin move. For the Final Four, Harrison. Oh, he made it.
And when it's done, win or lose, you always did your best. 'Cause inside you,
oh, Daniels.
In one shining moment, you reach for the sky.
This is the point where he always hits it. Oh! Harrison, beyond belief.
In one shining moment.
One more for the national championship, deep in the heart of Texas. Swish.
One shining moment.
Back-to-back threes. The Huskies once again are in basketball heaven.